Hello, all of you vaingloriously wonderful people. This is the Vapid Retinue Mark II. And I'm about to find out if it'll off-road. You're not seeing things. Well, off-road's here, even though it's our off-season. We talked about it in the Vainglorious Discord community and decided that, there's a lot of DLC starting with the casino heist going back where we did not test every vehicle. And because of that, we're going to correct that. Over time, we may not get to all of them. It's hard to say. Who knows how much longer GTA Online is even going to be a thing. I say another year and a half minimum before we see GTA 6, but that's just me. Honestly, probably 2 years. And hey, look up there at the top. We have two different perspectives in addition to my own. And this is what you'll see most likely going forward to Will It Off-Road. It won't be up all the time, typically just when incidents happen. And the incident that we were looking at there was when we first popped up, Donkey had an oopsie, and then here towards the end, Donkey had another oopsie, and I think a couple other issues. Yeah, Raven's about to fall off the side. Raven's in the top right, Commander Hobo in the top left, and then my screen for 99.9% of the video will be the main part. Let me know what you think of the format. So yeah, if you would like to take part in Will It Off-Road or our Human Fall Flat videos or any of the other community videos that we have, as well as community live streams, you are more than welcome to join us. We typically play on PC, so that's kind of the dividing factor, though. There is Nintendo Switch in the mix now with Mario Kart. That's the only game I have so far for it, but I'm hoping to get more. The only other requirement is be part of the Vainglorious Discord server. The link to that is in the description down below. If you do those two things, you can hang out with us when we play and hang out with us when we record on live stream. We would absolutely love to have you. If you've been watching Will It Off-Road and for years, or any of my content for a while, and you're not part of the Vainglorious Discord, you're really missing out. So please join us. We would absolutely love to have you. So the Retinue Mark II. Wow, I just went over the 2-minute mark. So for those of you playing Will It Off-Road Bingo, which link in the description down below, let us know in the comments if you win. You'll be our 6th ever winner. But yeah, the Retinue Mark II is one of my favorite little cars in this game. It's great off-road. It's just great in general, but it's really good off-road. It's just a lot of fun to drive in the dirt. However, I do overpower it a bit. Go flying up. We're up 228, 57. So will it off-road? Yes, it will. I just talked right over that normal pause that I have there. But hey, we're up, and that means it is now time to jump back into the car and go back down the mountain for our controlled descent, because that's how Will It Off-Road works. I don't make the rules, I just make the rules. Wait, no, yeah, I make the rules. So, 2 minutes, 28:57. How does that... Oh, as Donkey's trying to take down Hobo's Avenger, which Hobo stopped and turned around and made Donkey run away. So how does it stack up against everything else that we've tested in Will It Off-Road? So, out of 405 vehicles as of today's video, this one just squeaks into the top 20. It is number 20. It is 0.63 seconds slower than the Ocelot Virtue and 0.6 seconds faster than the Sultan RS Classic. So 0.6 of a second either direction to those two cars. So that top 21, because the Sultan RS Classic is the only other vehicle below this one that got to the top of the mountain in under 2 minutes 30 seconds. You could say it's 20 cars and land vehicles, because number 1 is the Buzzard. We did that as a joke, but it's in the spreadsheet, so we count it. Yeah, 0.6 of a second. It's a tight pack there in the top 20. Though the number 1 vehicle at a 212 is going to stay there probably for a while. In terms of sports classics, the Retinue Mark II, as I roll it over, is now the number 1 fastest in the class. It is 9.43, so basically 9.5 seconds faster than the Chiliad. which is crazy. Compared to the other retinue, the one that came before this one, the one that I like the looks of better, I like driving this one better. But Hobo is who's rolling in the top left-hand corner up there. He's driving the original one, and I like the looks of that one much better. But this retinue Mark II is 17.3 seconds faster. The Hobo seemed to keep up with me, so maybe we need to retest some of those older cars. Or maybe Hobo is just better at driving up the mountain than I am. As long as it's consistent, you know, we're getting good results. But we're down, almost to the cop, 2:15:52. We're going to go back to the top of Mount Chiliad as Hobo flies over. Yeah, we want to see Hobo fly over, and then we want to see Raven hit the wood pile, and yeah, that's about as far as Raven got. So we're going to go back to the top of the mountain and fling this thing off the side. In terms of casino heist vehicles, this was 3rd out of 16 that we've tested. 4.93 seconds slower than the Outlaw and 11.3 seconds faster than the Rebla GTS. However you want to say it, Rebla. I don't really care how you say it. Just don't make fun of me in the comments for how I say it. And I promise I will extend you the same courtesy when I watch your video about it. Yeah, the damage assist's always fun. But with the older DLCs, we're going to go back as there's just like gaps maybe in a season, since Rockstar's been making the drip feed as obnoxiously long as possible. Or just when it's been a while since we've had a Will It Off-Road like this one. We'll pull out a couple cars that haven't been tested from one of the older DLCs and we'll test them. And eventually my spreadsheet will be complete with every car from every DLC and the base game. It may take a while. I've only done 405, and how many? There's like 700, 800 cars in GTA. Yeah, it's going to take a while. I am absolutely battering this thing. By the way, and it popped up on the screen a while ago, and it'll be coming up again here in a couple minutes. There is Will It Off-Road merch available in the Vainglorious merch shop. 3 really cool designs that the community actually helped me design live during a live stream. I kind of showed them some ideas I had, and they picked and they helped me design things and gave me their input. I'm going to do a little Austin Powers thing here for a moment until Raven comes along and hits me. But yeah, if you'd like to help support the channel and pick up some cool merch while you're at it, click the link in the description down below to head to the merch shop, and you can get yourself some Will It Off-Road merch. And there's a little tiny Vainglorious Gaming logo on the back, so you can also, you know, tell people about the channel. But we're down 1 minute 51 seconds. But let's just take a minute. Let's just take a moment here and appreciate Raven's ending position. It's absolutely beautiful. Yes, Jesus, indeed. The NPC. Anyways, so for our damage, he's still stuck over there. All windows, most of the lights, and the right door are gone. The rear bumper is damaged. It was dangling and bouncing around. And the door, the remaining door, the hood, and the trunk will not close as Hobo goes flying over. Here's a shot at our support vehicles. Donkey did change cars for the damage descent from the rear. And then that is going to bring us to our next vehicle. The Albany V-STR. I like this car a lot. Should have been in sedans. Let's face it, it is a sedan. Count the doors. But it's in sports instead, so whatever. We all complain about it, and I have no hope Rockstar will ever fix it. Maybe one day they'll do a pass, like for the final update for GTA, and at least it'll be raceable in the proper classes. I mean, kind of like, you know, all the different benefactor shafters are raceable in their correct class, even though they didn't change the class of the cars. You know, that type of situation, like with the Sterling GT can be raced in a couple different classes. Yeah, that would be nice. I'd love to see it, because I'd really like to see, you know, how these things stack up if they could be in their proper classes. Like, a lot of compacts are in sports, a lot of sedans are in sports, a lot of coupes are in sports. We have a truck in vans, we have a van in muscle. I mean, there's just all kinds of things. But yeah, so again, only when there's highlights of action that are happening from the other perspectives will they be up there on the screen. However, you can see their full perspective for the entire run, as well as during our like downtime when we're positioning cars for the different cuts and everything. Plus, you can hear our Discord conversation instead of this voiceover, and that is all ad-free in a supporters version of Wheel It Off-Road, as well as most of my community videos. There is a behind-the-scenes version, and you can get access to that one of 4 ways, but all 4 of them require that you be a member of the Vainglorious Discord server and have your respective service linked. So, number 1, become a member right here on YouTube. I would greatly appreciate it. We don't have any. I've spent a lot of time developing all these great perks for YouTube members and I don't have a single one. And one of the cool things that you get with a membership here on YouTube is early access to all my videos, and that is the only way to get that is a membership on YouTube. Yeah, you get access to all my behind-the-scenes stuff, no matter how you support the channel. But YouTube is the only way you get early access, and sometimes it's a month early for some of my content. Just depends on how far ahead I am at my production schedule. So, become a member here on YouTube, any tier, doesn't matter. Or, make a monthly pledge over on Patreon. Link to that is in the description down below. Or, become a Twitch subscriber and maintain that Twitch subscription, because it'll remove your access automatically if you cancel your subscription and it runs out. Or on the Discord server itself, on the Vainglorious Discord server, there is a way you can become a subscriber on there, and you get access to all the behind-the-scenes stuff. I don't know what happened back there with the car flipping over. It was really weird. Like, I kind of caught the ledge, and so the front left of the car came up, and then I rolled all over. But we're up 2 minutes, 50 seconds, so Wheel It Off-Road. As it begins to gently rain, yes. Yes, it will. It did fine. Anything under 3 minutes we say is a definite yes, and we still give it yes to a lot of the ones making up at over 3 and just say yes, but don't do it. But this one definitely did it despite its size, despite the heft of this car. It did fine. And you can tell by the fact that we have both perspectives up, things are about to happen. So keep an eye more on those top 2 than my perspective. Yep, there goes Raven already. We don't have audio from their game. One, it would be a cacophony of sound, having 3 different perspectives with all the cars banging around on the mountain. It's just, it'd be noise. And 2, like Raven had music playing, plus the Discord call and everything. So, you know, that would be in there, and I would be talking over other people from Discord. You know, so that's why there's no audio from their game. You're hearing it just from mine. So the V-STR, in terms of performance, now it stacks up. Out of 405 vehicles, it is 131st. There was a time way back when Wheel It Off-Road, anything under 3 minutes when you were like in the top 25. That's long gone. However, it is very close to the cars that surround it. It is 0.02, so 2/100ths of a second slower than an Obey Tailgater S. And it is 1/10 of a second faster than the Mammoth Squatty. Oh, that was a nice spin out for me. It's raining. We don't do the ascent in the rain because it skews the results, but we'll do the control and damage ascent in the rain. You can see both Raven and Hobo having issues, by the way. Pardon that silence, I had to cough. In terms of the 80 sports cars that we've tested, this one barely in the top half at 39th. It is 0.05 seconds, so 5/100ths of a second slower than the Visser Neo, and 0.48 faster than the Panther. I forget who that's made by. Until I wrote it down earlier. I know, remember the car. I was so excited to have it, and then watch this over Hobo. Boop. And the tree of many crashes claims the victim. But yeah, I was really excited for the Panther, and then when I went and wrote it down, I'm like, oh yeah, that's a thing that exists. This guy had forgotten about it. In terms of Casino Heist, it is 4 seconds slower, exactly 4.0 seconds slower than the Morgan, and 18.55 seconds faster than the PR4. Those open wheel cars, they don't do good in dirt. I mean, they're great on the road, but in the dirt, forget it. Not happening. But yeah, we've all had a bit of a tumultuous controlled descent as Hobo goes flying. Lovely landing there, Hobo. Raven, what you got? What do you got here now that we're at the end? You gonna give us anything spectacular? Raven has just been full throttle on this car the entire time. He's going to end on a tree. Okay, that's fine. So, back at the top of the mountain, the rain is ending, and we're going to fling all of our cars off the top. And for the damage descent, I figure, why not watch all three perspectives? That way you get to see everybody tumble down the mountain. And when we come together, like right there, you get to see, how it looked. Was the game out of sync? There was a point when I was editing this video, I don't remember if it made it in or not. It was in this car where, on Hobo's perspective, Raven clips Hobo's front left quarter panel. From Raven's perspective, he's like a whole car width away. So, it's one of those not on my screen type situations that people in GTA Online lobbies and races complain about. Yeah, all of these big, massive sedans are just taking a beating. And mine, I don't know if you heard it there, but mine has a nasty, nasty engine rattle. Well, not nasty, nasty. It has the start of an engine rattle. It's not bad. It's not like it's going to burst into flames out anytime soon. But it is rattling. So the engine has suffered damage, despite 100% armor. But it's not enough to impact the performance noticeably yet. At least I didn't get an Austin Powers situation going in the tunnel again. But no thread the needles today. I have managed to just hit the walls every single time. And I don't know what it is, but I just can't jump over the wood pile anymore. I always think I'm going to jump over the wood pile today. This is it. This is the car I'm going to do it in. I'm going to fly right over it. And then, no, I balls it up every freaking time. And then when I'm not trying, I get over. Anyways, we're down 1 minute 43 seconds. Let's take a look at the damage on the V-STR. All the windows and most of the lights are gone, along with the hood and the left rear door. The hood, that's a whole different thing. The doors in the trunk won't close, and there's engine damage. Hey, we will be back with more World Off-Road very soon because there is a DLC coming out sometime this month. And whatever day it comes out, I'll be up the moment it drops live on Twitch, streaming that and showing you everything that's new. I hope you'll join me for that. But I want to thank you for joining me here today for World Off-Road. There's a bajillion things you can watch on YouTube, and you chose this, and I greatly appreciate it. Until next time, I'm Brandon, reminding you to stay vainglorious.